Hey everybody, it's Tim Van Orden, and in today's episode, I want to talk about gentleness, compassion, and strength training, which are topics that tend not to mingle in most people's minds. But for me, having a more curious, exploratory, gentle approach to strength training has made an enormous difference, not only in my strength, but in my interest in engaging in strength training and my management of injury. So I'm going to take you over to my dip bar in a moment, and we're going to see if dips are a possibility today. I've got an injury in my shoulder that I've been managing for a few months. I fell in a ski race, but it was ongoing prior to that. I've had issues here for maybe 6 to 9 months. I fell roller skiing this summer. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to see if dips are a possibility. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to say this is a dip day. I'm simply going to see what's possible. So I looked at my strength board and I haven't done dips in 3 or 4 days, so I thought, let's try some dips. Dips are not really that great for your shoulders. So the first thing I do is just keep my feet on the ground and just get a stretch. See where my shoulders are at. See if there's any pain anywhere. And I feel a tiny bit right in this area here, where the top of the tricep and the bicep meet, the delt, right in there. I feel a little bit of pain in there, so I got to be real careful. So rather than just cranking out a set, I just want to feel that stretch, and I want to start putting more and more load. So I'm increasing the pressure as I just hang here. And that doesn't feel great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, no, that doesn't feel great. So what I'm going to do is walk away from the dip bar. I'm not going to do it. So even though dips are a huge part of my strength training, I don't want to make this worse. So I'm just going to walk away. And this is part of the gentle approach. Walk away from what doesn't feel good. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do anything for my triceps, but I'm not going to do dips. So I'm probably going to go over to my pulling machine and do some tricep extensions instead. But even those, I'll start out and see how does it feel just to hold the handle and start to put some weight on it. Don't just jump into the exercise, not even the warm-up. Test yourself even before you do the warm-up. I'm over at the polling machine now, and I'm going to slowly put some weight on this and see how does that feel. Okay, so far so good. Feels heavy. All right, just hold it there for a bit. Some pressure. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Check in. Don't just do an exercise. Check in and see how it feels. Okay, a little more pressure. Okay. Same with the other arm. Just because I did 20 on this arm doesn't mean that this arm can do 20. So I'm going to go through the same checking process before I just jump right into it. Never assume that your arms or legs or whatever body part you're working is equivalent to the other that you just did. If you feel any tinges of pain, note that. So throughout the day, every strength exercise that I do, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to feel around. If there's any aches, pains, twinges, any kind of injury sensation at all, back off. Don't do it. Wait, try again tomorrow or the next day. There's no rush. You'll get there.